Hi, I'm Donna Roseman David, Senior Gift Planning Officer at the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving. The Foundation recently invited Jerry Chasen to give a presentation to professional advisors about adding value to the estate planning process. Following the seminar, we had a chance to catch up with Jerry to ask him about his unique approaches.
Clients are interested in talking about the whole picture, the values, their goals, their legacy, their ambitions, what they want to leave behind in an intentional way. Advisors, by virtue, in many respects, of the training that we are given in our various professional schools, we're talking about technical issues. We're talking about taxes. We're talking about what vehicles, what entities we're going to use. We're talking about a lot of things that the clients don't necessarily relate to. But what the clients are saying is, that's not the only thing. We really need to be having a conversation about the bigger picture. As advisors, we are in a very unique position to affect the future of philanthropy, because we're the people that help our clients decide where the money's going to go. Philanthropy in America is not something that's a luxury. Philanthropy has been very much part of the driving force of what's made this country. Things that you don't even think of, radar, penicillin, these came from charitable contributions. If you look at all of the people in our society that perform vital tasks, doctors, judges, even some attorneys, if I dare say, a lot of people went to school on needs-based scholarships. If philanthropy was gone, those things would be gone. Philanthropy in America is very much what has helped make this country great. There are very few people who are going to engage in a long-term philanthropic plan without the participation of some advisors. So if our professional advisors are willing to recognize that the conversation that they have with their clients is going to have an impact on their clients' experience going forward, then we're way ahead of where we are presently. You can ask two questions. The first, and to illustrate what I'm trying to say. The first one, I notice you have some highly appreciated assets here. Would you like to make a charitable contribution? The second, let's say we've talked about what your values and your concerns are, and you tell me that you're passionately concerned about children, and more specifically about homeless children throughout the world. So if I say to you, if we can take care of the people that you love and make sure that the things that you're concerned about going forward are also part of your plan, would you also like to do something about the homeless children in the world as we've discussed? Is that something you'd like to do? Very different conversations. One of my favorites is flashcards. I've got a set of two different sets of cards. One is a set of values, another is a set of social issues. And what I ask my clients to do is go through and cull from that pile of cards what top five social issues and values they most care about, that define them, that are their core of being, that they may not even have recognized as being so important to them because they're so critical to who they are that they're like the water that a fish swims in. They're part of their essence. That's one way. Now, some of my clients aren't verbal. So with them, what I do is I've got a list of pictures, a set of pictures. They're about 30. Got them off the internet. They're all public domain material. But what each of them does is they depict a scene that may trigger a memory, a story, something that reflects what's important to that client, either in terms of a value or in terms of a social issue. And then we'll talk about it. If you can get a client to tell you a story, you can often find out what matters to them. We are doing things that are a little bit perhaps outside of our immediate comfort zone. And, well, let me illustrate by a little story. I have a friend that does so many things so well. And it astonishes me that she's able to do that variety of things with the competence that she does. And I asked her once about it. I said, how do you do this and do all of these things so well? And she said, I dare to be ugly. I dare to be ugly. Well, my request to anybody that's thinking about engaging in this conversation, dare to be ugly. It may not be immediately comfortable, but as you sort of develop the conversation, as you develop the use of these as a matter of fact, it becomes increasingly comfortable.